Welcome to NGO pitching. So I believe you probably, for the past 2 days, you walked already like dozens of kilometers across the Massukeskus. And you probably saw that Slush is not really for startups only. So during this session, we will have non-profits pitching their ideas for you. And each non-profit comes with a predefined problem they would like to solve in a new way. And guess what? They even have funding for this. For startups, this is an opportunity to help solving meaningful challenges, co-develop their product in a new setting, and get a paying customer. So after this session is done, then all our speakers have pitched. They all will come back on stage, and you will see them one more time. So remember those people, they seriously have fundings for you. So you can then, after all, pitch your ideas to them. And let's see, get ready with your business cards and make some notes. So our first speaker is Sini Norta. She is volunteer chairman of the board, Women's Bank. She'll be presenting results of the aid in real time to attract new target groups. Please welcome Sini and loud applause. She's the first speaker.
Hello everybody. My name is Sini Norta and I'm representing Women's Bank. We are looking for a solution to explain our results. We want to find an automated and visual way of sharing our results. Women's Bank is a unique Finnish innovation. We are a group of volunteers raising money to support women in the developing countries. The money is spent on promoting entrepreneurship, business plan coaching, and supporting community-based saving groups and banks. This, if something, is about supporting startups. The actual money in the community banks is mostly saved by the women themselves. The interest charged enables them to lend to even more women or to provide bigger loans. The development aid is delivered with Finchurch Aid Organization, and the whole fundraising operation in Finland is carried out by thousands of volunteers. So what is our challenge? We are looking for a way to tell people about our astonishing accomplishments. We want to find a communication solution to tell about our achievements. And the solution must tick all of these boxes. So we want shareable results. We want inspiring and insightful way of delivering those. They need to be in a visual format, and we want to find an automated solution with a real-time feel. With our results, we focus on the number of women, family members, and community members we have supported. And the reason is simple. When you support a woman, you support the whole community. So far, we have been able to support more than 25,000 women and more than 125,000 family and community members. We would also like to share information on the variety and myriad of professions and businesses established, and probably also the amount of funds we have been able to raise here in Finland. However, you should know that we do not have a real-time reporting available, nor will we ever have one. So the solution must rely on projections, and there is a need to calibrate it every now and then because we want to show true results. What if we succeed together? That would mean that our volunteers would get to see the concrete results of their work. They would see the true worth of their work that they put in. we would probably also attract more volunteers to join our cause. And of course, we want to raise more money. If we aim high enough, we will become an international benchmark on delivering results on development aid. How about that? And we are also ready to share the solution with other volunteer organizations to support them to succeed in this important task as well. So we are ready to invest 3,000 euros for a project delivering us automated and visual results. The funds are provided by a private investor because we do not want to spend the money we have been raising for the women. So I hope that you will solve our challenge. And if this is not your challenge to solve, I still warmly welcome you to join our cause, because when you support a woman, you support the whole community. Thank you.
Thank you, Sini. And the next one on stage is Christopher. He is Programs Officer, World Vision Kenya. So Case Kenya is to co-create an innovative solution that addresses the lack of access to water services for less privileged communities in Kenya. Christopher, stage is yours.
Everyone, my name is Chris from World Vision Kenya. And today I'm here to share with you, not particularly on the successes that we've had as an organization, but to focus more on the pain points that we've had in the 65 years that we've been in existence. So World Vision, we are a Christian relief, education, and advocacy organization dedicated to working with children, their families, and the community at large to end cases of poverty and injustice. So we are in 98 countries across the world, and we pride ourselves as the biggest humanitarian aid, food assistance, and the biggest child sponsorship organization. And it doesn't mean that one size fits all in all the countries. All the countries have different strategies, and World Vision Kenya is no exception. We focus on 3 key areas: livelihood and resilience, education, and health. So under health is where we have water, health, and sanitation as something that I would require help with, from you guys with. As World Vision Kenya, we are in 35 out of the 47 counties that are existing in Kenya. And this is in form of what we call area development projects. So we commit 15 years of service in each of the communities that we work with. We just don't drop sacks of maize from a chopper and then exit. We spend 15 years in each of the communities that we work with. So what have we done so far in water, health, and sanitation? Of the 35 counties, we have implemented WASH projects in 25 of those counties. And through building of new infrastructure and supporting of the already existing infrastructures, we've been able to impact 939,000 people to get access to safe water. And through community-led sanitation programming, we've been able to change attitude of over 1 million individuals in communities when it comes to improved sanitation. And the success stories goes on and on and on and on. But there is still a lot to be done. Close to 5.8 million Kenyans still engage in open defecation. I call it the poo-poo generation. You poo-poo next to a river. This is because you do not understand the importance of maintaining proper sanitation. Close to 55%, and my slide is not working. So close to 55% of the entire population still do not have access to clean, safe water. 51% of that population do not understand the meaning of maintaining proper sanitation. Why? Because there's inadequate resources and poor governance, inadequate partnerships among development partners, inadequate disposable household income, and weak institutional infrastructure. So what am I doing here? What is my ask? I'm asking for an innovative solution that could be in the room to partner with World Vision Kenya and World Vision Finland and our new initiative that's called We Economy to tackle some of these key areas that we need to address. So if our entrepreneur, I would take out my note and my pen and write down some of these things. Reliable, affordable power alternatives, click. High quality, long lasting and reliable management systems, portable water alternatives, efficient and affordable water harvesting systems, reliable and safe water treatment solutions, revenue collection mechanisms for sustainable running and maintenance of facilities, innovative waste management and recycle systems, and sensitization mechanisms for communities to learn on water, health, and sanitation. In Africa, there's this cliche saying that goes, if you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go with others. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Christopher. Next one on stage is Juha Erkki, Innovation Leader, World Vision Finland. His case is Sri Lanka. The goal is to co-create together with the local authorities a reliable water purification system to tackle chronic kidney disease. Please welcome Juha Erkki.
Good afternoon, folks. My name is Juha Erkki, representing World Vision Finland here. After my colleague's presentation from World Vision Kenya, we will move on to Southeast Asia, to Sri Lanka. And in fact, for Sri Lanka, we have also water-related challenge for you. In Sri Lanka, we have a challenge or problem called chronic kidney disease. This is affecting over 40,000 people throughout the Lanka, and 1,000 people are dying annually because of this disease. There's been increasing attention on this topic. In fact, a very recent article presented here is from the president of Sri Lanka from July this year. President raised up this topic strongly with the international audience and is seeking help on this difficult problem. What is sure that there will be increasing money flowing into Sri Lanka to find a solution and wipe out this problem. There are different countries lined up to provide their support and their expertise on this. And even though that we are in the international conference, but located here in Finland, so I need to ask that where are the Finnish water experts regarding this topic? Can we bring the solution from here, from up north, by working together with locals in Sri Lanka? There are multiple causes causing this difficult disease. There are some mysterious things regarding this disease, but the common main denominator identified so far is the polluted water used by the households and farmer communities in their cultivation. So our simple ask is to find out innovative solutions for this problem, to solve this problem, and have great partners to create an ecosystem that is needed to wipe this issue out from Sri Lanka. How do we will work with the company candidates? What is World Vision kind of offering on this topic? We will work through our economy innovation program with the companies. We will have a step one, obviously, to identify potential solutions, potential candidates. We will provide tools and means to collaborate, to co-create the final solution with local communities, local businesses, etc. to find and test the final solution which can blossom, and at the end, as a third phase, which can be scaled up throughout the nation. The Economy Start Innovation Program is a very practical way of working with World Vision in the field. We will take you into the destination. We will take you into the Kenya or in Sri Lanka in these both cases, work in the field, work with the communities, work with the local businesses, local authorities, etc. We will seek the proper funding together with you. We will test the solutions, etc. So we will provide our local knowledge and presence into your hands by working in partnership between 3 countries, World Vision Kenya, World Vision Lanka, and World Vision Finland, and with you as a company representative. So whether you are a technology innovator or service innovator, service provider, and you think that you have a solution or you might have a solution, partial solution, we welcome you to join with us and find a solution for this particular problem in Lanka and also in Kenya as presented in the previous presentation. And help us to provide a clean and safe water to the communities that we work with and to the children that we work with. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Juha Erkki. So our next speaker is coming from Global Clinic. Her name is Yemina. And let's try to answer those questions while she's speaking. How to reach and contact the invisible, undocumented migrants living in our society and guide them to existing services. The second question is how to enable the undocumented migrants to take an active part in our community, create citizen network, and boost their civil rights. Yemina will answer these questions to you. Please welcome her.
Hello, Slush. My name is Yemina Heinonen, and I'm from Global Clinic. For those who don't know, Global Clinic is a medical clinic for people who do not have access to timely health care. So why is Global Clinic here today? We're here because there are millions and millions of undocumented migrants alone in Europe. And these are people who do not have access to timely healthcare services or any other services. So the thing is, the undocumented migrants are already here, and their number is constantly growing in the foreseeable future. We may imagine various policy tools to tackle the issue in the long haul. However, these people are among us today and tomorrow and the next year, no matter what, in growing numbers. And one might even argue that the undocumented migrancy is a new form of Class B citizenship. So imagine yourself as an undocumented migrant. You're in a foreign country, you necessarily don't speak the language, you can't turn to any authorities if something happens, you have no means or ways of networking. What do you do if you get sick or pregnant or you need a lawyer? So at worst, these people end up living in constant effort of hiding and trying to make a living. So you can only imagine how susceptible or endangered these people are to things such as abuse or black job markets or even human trafficking. So what is our problem? Our problem is that we have these invisible people in our society who have no rights or access to information. So how do we reach these people and inform them of the services that there are already in place for them, such as the help of a doctor? And how do we help them to network with other people? Because by involving these people in our communities and giving them people to turn to, we also protect them from the abuse and provide collective security. And by passing information of the available services, such as medical and juridical help, we facilitate the realization of their basic rights and human rights. These people have mobile phones and access to the internet. they just don't know that there are services and relevant information for them to search for. So how do we inform these people of something such as a secret medical clinic? And so my question to you, Slush, is how do we reach these people and provide them with access to community services and information by crowdsourcing? How do we create a model of sharing information through communities that can be implemented anywhere in the world? How do we create easily accessible services while at the same time these people don't feel threatened by the authorities or abuse? How do we share the information? Is it an application or is it something completely else? So my question to you is how to reach these people and communicate to them, because no one is illegal and we want to help these people to partake in our communities. So we're looking for means to reach this all started off as an effort to reach our undocumented migrant patients. And then we came to realize that we have in place like third sector services for these people, but we just don't know where to share the information. We've been trying to spread the information through, say, Muslim communities and religious communities, and however, we never managed to reach most of these people. So we need to have a guideline and a map, and we want a Global Clinic brand to stand as a trailblazer and a guideline for these people so they can know where they can seek help, what they're entitled to, and where there are people who want to help them. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Yemina. And our next and last speaker for this session is Mika from Plan International. And the case is there are 230 million invisible children in the world. Plan International is calling for a birth registration and a legal identity for every child. Please welcome Mika.
Hello, everyone. Is it okay? If you're still breathing, put your hand up. Yeah, good, good. So, my name is Mika, and I want every child on the planet to be registered by their own government so that they can get access to basic rights such as education and health. But this is already happening, for example, in Finland. We know every person and the number of persons living in this country. Do you know the number of the day? How many people are in Finland? Anyone? I checked it online today, this morning. It is 5,490,142. And during this presentation and today, some people will be born, some will die, and you can get the new figure updated tomorrow again. But this is not the case in many countries. On the contrary, why does it matter? Meet Shahida. She's a 14-year-old girl in Bangladesh. Some time ago, she had to escape and run away from her home because of family violence. She found shelter in the capital of Dhaka, but her parents tried to get her back to the community and marry her at the age of 14. Let's pause here for a while. Think about yourself. If you had been forcefully married at the age of 14, how would your life look like? Would you be here at the Slush conference? Well, fortunately, Shahida had a birth certificate. She could prove her age to the officials and avoid child marriage. Now she's getting education, and she can wait until she's actually ready to have her own family. She's happy and safe. But there are many more children who are not having the same story, because there are 230 million children that are invisible. They don't have the same rights to education, health, legal services, protection as those registered. And that's why Plan International has been working hard for the past 10 years to get legal identity for millions and millions more children, eventually for every child. But that's not easy, because the systems in many countries look like this. They are manual, cumbersome, expensive, not very accessible. So many children are left out. That's why Plan has been coming up with the digital birth registration model that could greatly enhance the situation in many countries. I'm not going to go through the whole system here, but look at the red box. There are families, children. Plan has very good presence in the communities, and we can reach together with our partners, families and children, to be registered. But what we would like you to come and partner with us is solve how can we connect the already existing registration centers. They look like this in Kenya, or like this in Mozambique. Whatever the case, these could be digital hubs, because we are already providing them digital birth registration services. What we are asking you to come along and think about different services, for example, to education, health, finances, whatever. If you have products, services, solutions, ideas that we could combine these to these digital hubs, we would be very interested. We are introducing this model in Malawi, Kenya, Pakistan, and Bangladesh, and Indonesia, and aiming to scale up to many more countries, together with the local governments and partners. So, if you are interested, please come and get connected with us. There's my details, and we can talk more. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mika. And now, as I promised, just a second, I first have to say actually the closing words. So the NGO pitching session is done, and I hope that all of you here in the audience actually got something to think about that probably you can offer to those guys. And now I want to welcome our speakers back on stage, please. Please applaud them. So, Sini from Women's Bank, Christopher Asego from World Vision Kenya, Juha Erki from World Vision Finland, Yemina, Global Clinic, and Mika from Plan International. So these guys will stay in the audience for some time, so grab a chance, grab them, and introduce your case. Who knows, maybe you'll get funded by them. Thank you very much. And next session is science pitching, and it starts 2:30. So be here. See you soon.